Happy Saturday and a warm welcome to Lux Life, the show where we carve the art of living one story at a time. I'm your honorable host, Tiffany Wangoi.
Greetings. Alongside is your ever smiling, beautiful, gracious Saganda. How are you, Tiffany?
I'm fine, thanks. How are you?
How's the weekend?
Great.
I mean, uko na form ya baada ya hapa ama uko tu?
Kwani utaniuliza
Prepare form after this. So it's my pleasure to welcome you to the show that gives you delicacies, fashion, and awesome melodies.
We have a lineup of incredible guests and hot topics to ensure you experience 30 minutes of pure lifestyle joy.
On to our first guest, who is a master in the art of cooking. Naambia those foodies do not go anywhere. Those people who love food like me, this is the kind of show that you should be listening to. So our first guest is an honorable chef who has gone through multiple schools to do cooking. I know wengine mnapika tu, but you don't know what you're doing. But this is a person who is a lecturer. She has undergone so much teachings about cooking. So do not go anywhere. Stick up for the show. So our beautiful chef is here with us. Welcome. Thank you for honoring our invite.
You're welcome. Thank you for this opportunity.
Kindly tell us about yourself.
My name is Nicole Nduta. I am a professionally trained chef, a lecturer, and also a caterer. Yes.
So what sparked your passion in cooking?
For me, I've always had a need for food, and I really enjoy cooking. So I believe it started when I was quite young. And I remember I'd always want to enter the kitchen, find out what there actually is, and go ahead and make it. So I believe it started when I was quite young. Yes.
So kindly tell us the professional part of it. Is this something you've gone to school for?
Actually, yes. I have a master's in culinary arts management. And I also have a community development degree from Daystar. So yes, I was once an alumni. So yes.
So when you were growing up, were you the kind of child who was curious, following your mother around in the kitchen? Ama ulikuwa wale wa kukaa kando mama akipika?
I believe I always cooked with her. And I really enjoyed the whole, interaction, the engagement of cooking, seeing different flavors, just being constantly busy in the kitchen. Yeah.
So today we have nice looking food here. Kindly tell us the elements of the food we have here today.
So for the first plated sandwich, this is a bacon sandwich. And it's quite simple. I believe for students, this would be their go-to item. So the ingredients for this are just mayonnaise, there are tomatoes, cucumber, brown bread, lettuce, and bacon.
Yes. That's nice. Have you encountered a person who doesn't take such food before? Someone like me, I'm a vegetarian, so I cannot even touch any of this. How will you advise someone like me? Is there something that I can do to make me start tasting meat?
All right, if you're vegetarian, I believe that's by choice. Yeah. So what you'd obviously do is just omit the bacon, but any other ingredient within is quite good. So you'd be able to eat it. And also enjoy, the sandwich just as it is. Yes. I think for meat, I believe they are ingredients that you can obviously have as vegetarian, maybe high protein ingredients, maybe beans or any other vegan option to at least substitute for meat. Yes.
So how do you ensure you incorporate affordability and a nutritious meal? You know, for some of us, ukikuwa broke sometimes in the middle of the semester, unaona tu heri ukule mandazi na kangumu. So how do you ensure you balance between affordability and a nutritious meal?
For students, I believe what I would do is, obviously the budget itself is less than 1,000 shillings, because that's obviously something you can work around. For nutrition, just enabling that it's balanced. There's enough starch, there's protein and a vegetable to give it that nutritious balance. Yes.
Okay, that's nice. Kindly tell us some tricks and tips that you can use as students to prepare some quick fixes. You know, sometimes you want to run to class, but you don't have time to cook chapatis, such like long meals. So what are some of the tips and tricks you can use?
I believe I would suggest using what you actually have in your kitchen or in your fridge. All right. Whatever ingredients that you actually have, you can use to make something classy, still palatable, and also cost effective. So work with the ingredients that you actually have. Don't go out of your budget. Yes. And with what you obviously have, do some research and be able to know what you can actually use, how you can tweak it to just come up with a nutritious meal.
Yeah, and I know when we talk about students, especially university students, we normally work within a limited budget, because that's how we are. Even if you are given 100,000, when it comes to food, we always tend to like have little to eat. So I once interviewed a certain upcoming chef, and they told me that one secret to get our fridges stocked for less is by buying these foods from the local mama mboga instead of the supermarkets, because supermarkets you cannot bargain, supermarkets you cannot say niongezee tomato moja, but for the local mama mboga, obviously you can talk her into adding new one tomato, one onion. Could you talk about the same thing? Is that something you'd advise us?
Definitely. When it comes to buying groceries, I'd opt for the market, the local market, rather than the supermarket, because of also cost. And also the mama mboga, as you said, she'll obviously top up to what you're obviously buying. So you'll get a better deal at the end of the day. Yes, and more bulky ingredients to stock up the fridge.
Yeah. So we talked about this, but we didn't talk about the meal we have here. Looks nice, looks good, but I don't know if still I can eat this. Kindly tell us more about the food you prepared here.
So the one that's in the bowl, that's stir-fried noodles with beef.
Okay.
Yes, why not? Go ahead. However, as you said, you're vegetarian, so I don't think it'll meet your palate. But what you'd obviously do is omit the meat. And from there you obviously have your vegetables. So I used capsicum, the different colors of capsicum, onions and noodles. So what I did was sauteed the onions and the vegetables, then pre-cooked the noodles and mixed everything up with a bit of soy sauce and extra seasonal items to at least enhance the taste.
Do you want a roommate? For someone who cooks like you, I'd love to.
By all means, yes, why not? Yes.
Yeah, that's nice. And I think this is quite budget friendly, because these are noodles. You can even get the small Indomie for 25 shillings, if not 35. And then if you omit the meat, comrades you might not afford, but I think it's quite budget friendly. The reason I'm asking whether you want a roommate, it's because it's always so difficult for someone to decide which food you are cooking today. I don't know if also a chef you experienced that.
Definitely, that obviously happens, but I think the way I counteract that is through having a menu for the day or for the week. So at least by the end of the day, I know today we're actually cooking ABC, so I'm obviously well prepared for that, and it makes the everyday living quite simple.
So you are advising us to get ourselves menus for those who are having hard times to decide what food you're cooking today.
Or pre-cook meals prior. Yeah, it's much easier. Actually, for bachelors or bachelorettes, that's what they actually do majority of times. Or better yet, get even a chef who can actually do it for you. But you know, work with an affordable price. Yes, I don't think you'd go wrong with, you know, price. Yeah, and the service itself.
So I normally interview people who are upcoming, and I've told you I've interviewed a chef before. So for someone like that, how will you advise them to be innovative and creative in the world of cooking?
What I would say is to constantly keep yourself updated, you know, with the current trends. And whenever you see a recipe, rather than having it as it is originally, you can try omit a few things and, you know, substitute them for something else. That's how people actually come up with different recipes, but you still keep the original recipe as it is. Yes.
So Chef Nicole, if someone would like to learn more about your recipes, or they want to get to you and probably have a session with you, how can they reach out? Please give us your social media handle.
My social media handle is Nicole_Nisi at Instagram. And you can obviously reach me also with my number. My number is 0721 499 453. Yes.
So I enjoyed the show. It is awesome to have a person who is a professional chef. I'm used to dealing with people like me who have not gone to school for cooking, but I love cooking. I'm someone who has been cooking since I was young, but I haven't gotten into the professional part of it. So do not move an inch. After this, we have another show for fashion and other interesting music that is lined up. So do not dial or move an inch. Before that, you can kindly follow us on our social media handles, Lux Life across all social media handles. Keep us tweeting in your comments on Instagram, Facebook, on our X too. So do not move an inch. Thank you.
Feeling overwhelmed with assignments and deadlines? We get it. Student life can be tough. But there's a way you can reclaim your peace of mind and regain control. Introducing Study Smart, your academic superhero in the digital world. Say goodbye to late night cramming and hello to well-structured assignments and top grades. Study Smart, where your success begins.
Welcome back, and thanks for joining us right here at Lux Life. So before we took a break, we had the culinary maestro, Chef Nicole, who gave us a few quick fixes for students specifically, and I'd like to share a few comments from our viewers. So, Jacob from Strathmore University said, the segment was incredibly helpful because he struggled to meal prep while in school. You're welcome, Jacob. As for from Daystar University, we have Alexis, who said she loved the fact that the ingredients are accessible and the beef stir fry is a must try. Thanks for your input and keep those comments coming. We are at Lux Life across all social media platforms. In studio, we have the lovely artist. She's a fashion designer as well. And for this segment, we're going to cover style and elegance. So we have the fabulous artist, Marjorie Mungai. Thank you for joining us, Marjorie.
Thank you very much for having me. I appreciate it.
So tell us a bit about yourself and your art.
Well, my name is Marjorie Mungai, and I'm an artist, specifically an abstract artist. So my kind of art is flowy art, more of, it's like moving art. It's diverse, it's wild, it's colorful, and it's beautiful and elegant.
Just like you.
Thank you.
So, can you share a bit about your journey? What inspired you to get into the art industry?
Oh, well, that's a very funny story. How it started was just so according to God's timing. So I initially did not start liking art when I was a child. So it started as, you know how when you're in school, in high school, you're told you have to do this subject. So I just went with it. How I got to know that I liked art was during you know how sometimes school always has clubs. So you have to join a certain club for you to at least have something you're doing before the bus comes for you guys to go home. So that's how it came to be. So I did pottery, and it was so interesting. So as we were doing it, I got more and more interested in it. I did more research about art, and I was like, oh, I'd like to really venture and do something more apart from just this pottery, and probably find out what I would really like to do in life.
Well, I actually happen to dibble and dabble a bit in art myself. Just like you, I took it in high school, and I could agree that it's very subjective. So I understand the whole creative process. It has to come naturally, so on and so forth. So were there any particular artists that you would say inspired you?
During now my research, I came up with, I found a few YouTubers. They inspired me on how they would do their art, because it was different. There's an artist on YouTube, she's called Molly, and another one called Ola. So their type of art was what I really saw myself going into. It was different. It was not like what we normally see, the portraits, the landscapes, like what we repeatedly see in galleries. So their style was different. It was fluid, it was flowy, and it was so bright. So that's what attracted me to it. So I continued venturing into knowing how they get to do it, how they get to construct it, and that's how I picked up from it.
Lovely. So share a bit with us about these products that we have right here. What unique elements would you say you've incorporated, and where do you think people could display these kinds of art pieces?
All right, so we have here a number of art pieces that I have. For example, this is inspired by a dove. So the colors are bold and bright and colorful. So when I was doing it, I was just thinking what can attract people in using the colors to mean something, to mean like it powerful or strength or just happy. So that's why I used those colors. And then I incorporated with the dove to make it like more alive, to seem like the dove was like bursting out of the colors from the background. So for what we can use here is what I did. So I moved from doing it on an abstract on a canvas, and I moved it to the notebooks as we have here. So these are just normal plain. We have the plain cover, inside, and then we have a ruled one. So what I did was, after I did the art piece, I would take a picture of the art piece and then get them printed out. So as we get them printed out, we get to use them as notebook covers, like it's like a book you cover. So I covered with my art. So this is a functional tool that can be used by anybody, a student, a lecturer, a doctor, any kind of person, whatever kind of profession you are in, you're able to use these kind of notebooks. So apart from this, hopefully I'm hoping to venture into more of the kitchenware. So for example, like plates and bowls, and then hopefully to curtains, to make it something that can be used functional and decorative in someone's home.
I'll definitely take you up on that. So how would you exactly envision these art pieces in creating aesthetics of someone's house? For instance, I live alone, so I'm always so confused on how to decorate my house. I don't know what fits where, what colors to incorporate. So what would you say would be the best art pieces to add to my home? Okay,
I would suggest identify your walls, the colors you want to use for the background. If it's plain, if it's two colors, if it's like abstract kind of colors. So when you identify your wall and what colors you want to use, then you can go and do like shopping for now, like art pieces. You see the size that you want, maybe if it would fit nicely on that wall, or maybe the kind of style the artist is using, would it go well? How do you feel about the kind of art they've put on the canvas? So that can help you to like rough it up on what exactly you want to put on your walls and decorate your own home.
Would you kindly give us some feedback on what your customers have had to say about your art? Is it easily accessible? Is it affordable for just, anybody to access?
Oh, yes, it is quite affordable. So for me, as an artist, how we get to market our work is when we go for exhibitions. So as you're doing that exhibition, you weigh your options, you look around and see how the market is, what kind of people are there, is it youth, is it older people, is it the married people? So that will help you identify how you're going to price your stuff, because we all have our prices that we put down, but the market is what will either accept it or refuse it. So if you're too high and you're in a place where it's like youth, people who are in university, they're not able to buy it. So you have to look around and weigh your options and see the market, the kind of people who are there, and see how you can maybe reduce your price for them to be able to make to buy your products, and also for you to make some money.
Nice. So while we're on price range, would you kindly share how much these pieces go
So
for?
affordable. These you just go for 400 bob. Each and every one of them. We have, like I said, we have the plain ones for any artist who wants to draw, and then we have the ruled ones. We have writers. We have writers in the house. Writers, yes, you're very welcome. So they just go for 100 bob, and for the art pieces, we can come to a price range where we can discuss and you can have a piece.
So for those captivated by your art, do you have a website, a gallery, maybe a way that people can reach out to you to purchase your product?
Yes, of course. I do have an Instagram page. So my name on Instagram is Fierce Maj, and my phone number is 0715 67 43 12.
For now, we're going to take a few questions from our audience.
Hi Marjorie, so I have a question. So I'm an artist myself, and I deal with pencil art. So I was wondering, do you do both, or are you just into flowing arts?
Yes, I do. Of course, I do pencil art as well. I double a bit here and there, just to see maybe if that could also work in my way. But for an artist, you find where you're happy with, you're comfortable, you feel like this is for me. So for me, the flowy art, that one is for me. Yeah.
That's all the time that we have for questions. Marjorie, thank you so much for coming, gracing us with your presence, your beautiful art pieces. I'll certainly be seeing you on the side to make a purchase.
Thank you.
So for our next segment, we're going to be exploring melodies. So if you are a dancer, this is your time. We're going to be exploring how Afrobeats has taken over the music world. Stay tuned right here at Lux Life.
Sabi girl no dey too like talk. Animals dey in human form. Body man nobody like work, but you must hustle if you want job. You no finish they won't fight us. If them they run them no fit catch up. I know they form say I too righteous. No con they form say you too like us. Me no get the time for the hate and the bad energy. Got my mind on my money. Make you dance like broccoli. Steady green like broccoli. Steady on my grind, oh yeah, what they want telling me could deny my fantasy. They want to check if my tap ain't no wrong. But it they rush well, it be much. Now gotta make my tap in the rush. The kind money we touch, yeah. It they rush well, it be much. No be hype, everybody they crush.
Lux Life.
Another banger. Baby, calm down, calm down. Yo, this your body, it puts in my heart for lockdown, oh lockdown. Yo, you sweet life, phantom, phantom. If I tell you say I love you, you know they for me, young girl, oh young girl. No, tell me no, 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 oh, 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 oh. Baby, gon' give me your lo, 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 oh, 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 oh. You got me like whoa, 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 whoa. Shawty gon' give me your lo, 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 whoa, 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 whoa. I see this fine girl from my party, she wear yellow. Every other girl they do too much, but this girl mellow. Now in my divine situation, I go use they tell I'm mellow. Finally, I find way to talk to the girl, but she ain't no one follow. Who you gonna phone for one? When you know I come for one, then I start to feel a bum bum one. But she dey give me small small one. I know, say she sabi pass it down one one. But she feeling insecure, cause her friends go they go my light ring go on. Go they go my light ring go on.
Yeah, I know we look shy, but for you I get down low. And my hips make you cry when I'm moving around you. Do it once, do it twice. I push back, you hold me tight. Get a taste for a night. Baby, show me you can calm down, calm down. Dance with me and take the lead now, lead now. Got you so high that you can't come down, come down. Don't you ask, you know you're allowed, allowed. When it's you, I can't say no. Oh, 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 oh. Baby, give me low. Oh, 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 oh. You got me like oh, 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 oh. Shawty gon' give me a low, 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 oh, 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 oh.
As I reach my house, I see me got a small wall. As me, I wake up, now she did my mind don't walk. Then one day, two, one of you folk go was. Now so me, I go down, see me willing go walk.
Got my hand on your heart now, I can feel it race. If I leave, then you say you can never love again. Wanna give you it all, but can't promise that I'll stay. And that's the risk you take.
Baby, calm down, calm down. Yo, this your body, it puts in my heart for lockdown, oh lockdown. Yo, you sweet life, phantom, phantom. If I tell you say I love you, you know they for me, young girl, oh young girl. No, tell me no, 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 oh, 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 oh. Baby, come give me your lo, 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 oh, 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 oh.
As we approach the end of our amazing show, it has been lovely being with you from the start till the end.
Hey, not so fast. Don't forget to give me my 10K.
Was it on paper? Did I sign anywhere?
Unaweza niruka hivyo?
Of course I can.
Anyway, let's meet up here next Saturday at 12 p.m. I've been your host, Tiffany Wangoi.
And as always, your fabulous, gracious Saganda.
Keep it locked at Lux Life.